Welcome to Facts 101, where you'll learn about interesting and random facts. A zombie star is a surviving fragment of a star that exploded. Harry Potter characters Sirius Black and Bellatrix Lestrange were named after stars. The light you see from stars is actually light that left the star millions of years ago. That's how long it takes to reach the Earth. In just one summer, George Washington spent what would be about $5,000 in today's money on ice cream. Rock salt is used to make ice cream because ice and salt together reach a colder temperature than ice alone. Darker colored frozen pops usually melt faster than lighter ones. African elephants are pregnant for longer than any land animal, more than twice the length of human pregnancies. Up to 700 black widow spiders can hatch from one grape-sized egg. A camel doesn't sweat until its body temperature reaches 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Food passes through the giant squid's brain on the way to its stomach. A dog's nose print is as unique as a human fingerprint. George Washington had a Dalmatian named Sweet Lips. The ingredient that causes most types of peanut butter to be spreadable comes from seaweed. Fortune cookies originated in Japan, not China. Snowflakes get smaller as the temperature drops. The word Himalaya means house of snow. Chionophobia is the extreme fear of snow. Only 1 in 10,000 clovers has 4 leaves. In China, it's considered lucky to have moles on your face. The surface of the Atlantic Ocean is saltier than the surface of the Pacific Ocean. The woman who invented chocolate chip cookies sold the recipe to Nestle in exchange for a lifetime supply of chocolate. Cleopatra, a queen of Egypt in the 1st century BC, owned a perfume factory. Twinkies originally had banana filling. Fire trucks were originally painted red because that was the cheapest color. The amount of energy created by your heart in a day could power a car for 20 miles. A battery can be made out of a potato. A scatologist is someone who analyzes animal poop. Chewing gum can make your heart beat faster. When a Tasmanian devil is scared, its ears turn bright red. Earth is the only planet not named after a Greek or Roman god. Scorpions glow under black light. There is a real place called Treasure Island. It's just northeast of San Francisco. Ancient Greeks used bee venom to treat baldness. The U.S. Postal Service collects millions of letters written to Santa every year. Apollo 8, the first manned spacecraft to circle the moon, entered orbit on Christmas Eve in 1968. Rats can't throw up. Bears are thought to have the best sense of smell and can follow a scent for miles. Black bears up to 20 miles, and polar bears twice that. Every day, 70,000 puppies and kittens are born in the United States. At Japan's Shibuya Crosswalk, the busiest pedestrian crossing in the world, 2,500 people cross the street at the same time. Franklin D. Roosevelt set a record for keeping the most dogs, 11, at the White House. James Garfield could write Latin with one hand and Greek with the other at the same time. The first lighthouse was 3 times taller than most ones today. Black widow spiders are more poisonous than rattlesnakes. Porcupines can float. The word pumpkin comes from the ancient Greek word pepin, meaning ripe melon. In 2005, London began playing classical music in subway stations to stop crime. Every dolphin has a signature whistle it uses to identify itself. Herbs come from the leafy parts of plants. Spices come from the other parts. A common sunflower's main head consists of up to 4,000 tiny flowers. Babies raised around more than one language have differently wired brains and may do better in school. Crossing your arms reduces pain in your body by confusing left and right signals in your brain. Most fish in Antarctica have natural antifreeze in their blood. The same taste cells that detect sourness also sense fizz. Americans have elected 2 peanut farmers to be president, Thomas Jefferson and Jimmy Carter. The world's most venomous spider is the Brazilian wandering spider. It's 15 times more venomous than a rattlesnake. A 2007 study found that women and men speak about the same number of words per day, 16,000. A crocodile can't move its tongue. It's attached to the bottom of the croc's mouth. Over 200 years ago, 2 men invented the first practical hot air balloon when they were inspired by a piece of paper floating in the updraft of a fire. The best way to survive a tornado if you're outside and nowhere near shelter is to flatten yourself on the ground like a pancake. Shaped like a human heart, New York, USA's Hart Island is home to Bolt Castle, built by its owner as a monument of love to his wife. The thousands of cherry trees in Washington, D.C.'s tidal basin were a gift to the United States from Tokyo, Japan's mayor in 1912. In return, the U.S. sent flowering dogwood trees to Japan. Rains during the rainy season bring more water to northern Australia in 2 months than London sees in a year. Costing around $500, Henry Ford's Model T Ford was the first affordable car. 250,000 Model Ts were sold in 5 years. Baby goats are called kids. Chimpanzees use leaves as umbrellas to protect themselves from the rain. Elizabeth Smith Miller was one of the first women to champion wearing pants. Trying to garden in a skirt in 1851, she decided, "This shackle should no longer be endured." Polar bears do not hibernate if conditions are right for them to hunt year-round. Exposure to poison ivy can cause extreme itching and rashes. Remember the rhyme, leaves of 3, let it be. Jellyfish can sting you even when they are dead. You can damage your hearing by holding in a sneeze. When asked to choose a number between 1 and 20, the most common number people choose is 17. Ice cubes help unstick gum from clothing. 76% of people eat the ears off their chocolate bunny first. The inventor of Coca-Cola was a pharmacist, doctor, and surgeon. It was first sold as a medicine, claiming to get rid of fatigue and headaches. Dragonflies have 2 pairs of wings that can beat in unison or separately. This flexibility allows the insects to act like a helicopter, hovering and flying backward. Since the equator runs through Ecuador, you can stand in both the northern and the southern hemispheres at once. Ecuador means equator in Spanish. Mozart was only 6 years old when he first performed in front of Bavarian royalty. Bee-eater birds sleep by lining up side by side on a wire. The 2 birds on the ends stay awake and watch for danger, while the birds in the middle sleep. After a while, they change places. When you dream, it can feel like hours have passed, but in reality, it's only been minutes. Galileo used a telescope to become the first person to observe Jupiter's moons. The White House has its own movie theater. It seats 42 people. It takes 2,900 gallons of water to produce 1 pair of jeans. In 2006, TV host and comedian Conan O'Brien ran advertisements supporting Finnish President Tarja Halonen's bid for re-election because she looked like him. She won. Mushrooms are 80 to 90% water. Baseball teams in the early 19th century didn't play 9 innings. They played until the first team scored 21 aces or runs. At Chicago, USA's Willis Tower, visitors can see 4 U.S. states from the sky deck: Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and Wisconsin. The 16,100 windows of Willis Tower are washed by an automatic window washing machine. Thank you for watching Facts 101. We hope you learned some interesting new facts. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time.